Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak Easy Daily Conversations. I'm Olivia, and today's episode is going to be a very interesting one because we're taking a simple topic and exploring it in a much deeper and more meaningful way.
And I'm Ethan. Yes, today we're talking about the weather, but not in a basic way. We're going to explore how weather connects to daily life, travel, emotions, habits, and even bigger topics like climate and lifestyle.
Exactly, because when people talk about the weather in real life, they are not just describing temperature. They are sharing experiences, expressing feelings, and connecting with others.
And that's what we want you to practice today. Speaking naturally, expressing yourself clearly, and building real conversations.
Ethan, let's start simple again. How does the weather usually affect your mood during the day?
That's actually a very interesting question. I've noticed that the weather has a strong influence on how I feel, even if I don't always realize it immediately. For example, when the sky is clear and the sunlight is soft, I feel more positive and more open to doing things. I feel like my mind is clearer and I can focus better on my tasks.
That's very true. I feel something similar. When the weather is bright and calm, I feel more energetic and more willing to go outside. Even simple things like walking or sitting somewhere become more enjoyable.
But on the other hand, when the weather is gloomy or when the sky is gray for a long time, I start to feel a bit slower and less motivated. It's not that I feel completely negative, but there is a subtle change in my energy.
Yes, I understand that feeling. It's like the environment around you influences your internal state. When everything looks dull outside, your mood also becomes quieter and more reflective.
Exactly. And sometimes that can be a good thing too. Rainy or cloudy weather can create a calm atmosphere that helps you relax or think more deeply.
I agree. It depends on how you respond to it. Some people feel uncomfortable in that kind of weather, while others actually enjoy the peaceful feeling. Let's talk about unexpected weather. Have you ever had your plans affected by sudden weather changes?
Yes, many times. I remember one day when I planned to spend the afternoon outside. The weather looked completely fine in the morning, so I didn't think much about it. But later in the day, the sky became darker, and within a short time, heavy rain started falling.
That's very true. I feel something similar. When the weather is bright and calm, I feel more energetic and more willing to go outside. Even simple things like walking or sitting somewhere become more enjoyable.
But on the other hand, when the weather is gloomy or when the sky is gray for a long time, I start to feel a bit slower and less motivated. It's not that I feel completely negative, but there is a subtle change in my energy.
Yes, I understand that feeling. It's like the environment around you influences your internal state. When everything looks dull outside, your mood also becomes quieter and more reflective.
Exactly. And sometimes that can be a good thing too. Rainy or cloudy weather can create a calm atmosphere that helps you relax or think more deeply.
I agree. It depends on how you respond to it. Some people feel uncomfortable in that kind of weather, while others actually enjoy the peaceful feeling. Let's talk about unexpected weather. Have you ever had your plans affected by sudden weather changes?
Yes, many times. I remember one day when I planned to spend the afternoon outside. The weather looked completely fine in the morning, so I didn't think much about it. But later in the day, the sky became darker, and within a short time, heavy rain started falling.
That must have been frustrating.
It was, especially because I wasn't prepared. I didn't bring any protection from the rain, and I had to quickly find a place to stay dry. It completely changed my plans.
I've had similar experiences. Sometimes the weather shifts so quickly that you don't even have time to react. One moment everything feels normal, and the next moment you're dealing with a completely different situation.
Yes, and that's why people often check the weather forecast before going out. It helps them feel more prepared and avoid unexpected problems.
Even then, the forecast is not always perfect. Weather can still surprise you.
That's true. Nature is unpredictable, and that's part of what makes it interesting.
Let's move into travel. How important is weather when you travel somewhere?
I think weather plays a huge role in travel experiences. It can completely change how you feel about a place. For example, if you visit a beautiful location, but the weather is bad the whole time, you might not enjoy it as much.
That's so true. I remember visiting a place that was known for its beautiful views, but it was cloudy and foggy the entire time. I couldn't see much, and it felt disappointing.
Exactly. On the other hand, when the weather is good, everything feels more enjoyable. You can explore more, take better photos, and spend more time outdoors.
I also think different weather creates different experiences. For example, snowy weather can be magical, even if it's cold.
Yes, snow creates a completely different atmosphere. Everything looks quieter, softer, and more peaceful.
But it also depends on your comfort level. Some people enjoy cold weather, while others find it difficult.
That's true. Weather preferences are very personal, and they can shape how we experience the world.
Let's talk about seasons. Do you have a favorite season?
Yes, I personally enjoy the transition between seasons, especially when the weather is changing gradually. For example, when it starts to feel cooler after a warm period, I find that very refreshing.
That's interesting. I think I enjoy seasons that feel balanced, not too extreme. I like when the air feels comfortable and the environment looks alive.
Each season has its own character. Some seasons feel energetic and bright, while others feel calm and quiet.
And people's routines often change with the seasons. For example, during warmer periods, people tend to spend more time outside.
Yes, and during colder or rainy periods, people usually stay indoors more and focus on different activities.
It's fascinating how weather and seasons shape our habits without us even noticing. Let's talk about something more intense. Have you ever experienced extreme weather?
Yes, I have experienced very strong storms before, and I remember feeling both amazed and a little nervous at the same time. The wind was powerful, and the sound of the rain was very loud. It felt like nature was showing its strength.
That must have been a powerful experience.
It was. Situations like that remind you that weather is not just something small. It can be very strong and impactful.
I've experienced extremely hot weather before, where the temperature was so high that it became difficult to stay outside for a long time. It affected my energy and made everything feel slower.
Yes, extreme heat can be very challenging. It affects your body, your focus, and even your mood.
And extreme cold can also be difficult. It can make simple tasks feel more complicated.
Exactly. Extreme weather changes how we live, move, and interact with our environment.
Let's go deeper into a bigger topic. What do you think about climate and long-term weather changes?
I think it's something that people are becoming more aware of. Over time, many people have noticed changes in weather patterns, such as longer hot periods or more unpredictable conditions.
Yes, I've noticed that too. The weather sometimes feels less stable than before.
And this leads to more conversations about how our environment is changing and how it affects daily life.
I think it's important to be aware of these changes, not just for information, but also for how we adapt to them.
Exactly. Weather is not just something we talk about casually. It's also connected to larger global issues.
Let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've talked about today.
Yes.
Weather is more than just temperature.
It's connected to mood, lifestyle, travel, and daily decisions.
It can change your plans,
It can shape your experiences.
and it can even influence how you feel. So, next time you talk about the weather in English,
Don't just describe it,
experience it
express it.
and connect it to your life. All right, everyone, thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep speaking.
And remember,
Natural English is not about complicated words.
it's about real expression.
See you in the next episode of Speak Easy, Daily Conversations.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.